I'd like to start off by thanking everybody who has sent a positive comment regarding this issue, regarding the gunmen and the incident that happened at Virginia Tech with the shootings. It is just so sad to see the negative results that I get from a few individuals who could care less on what I am talking about. It's very clear in my statement before that the point I'm trying to make is the way that our youth are developing and growing up these days in the nation as a whole. To give you guys a little bit of background on me, I went to school here in Southern California and got my BA degree in Communication Studies and learning about how people develop and grow and how they communicate with others. And I'm currently finishing up my master's degree in Education and Counseling. I'll be done in the next month or so on that degree. So I do have a little bit of knowledge, not much, but I believe that there are some solutions and steps that we can take to fix these situations. Currently I work as a substitute teacher in Southern California area, so day by day I see what's going on out there. And a lot of us don't realize what is really going on in our schools. We see the latest things in Time Magazine, Newswire, all over the news about how our schools are failing to equip our students these days, our young kids, in the ways that they need to be equipped to become successful citizens in this society. We see dropout nation. The United States is considered the dropout nation. Believe it or not, I see every day that I go to work in different districts that I'm associated with, that I'm not going to name, certain problems that I also believe that are problems in other schools around this nation. What I see is, in each classroom that I go to, a lack of motivation, and it's not just what we perceive as kids will be kids. I remember not being in school, or being in school not too long ago as a middle schooler or high schooler, and I noticed that there was a few kids that were motivated to learn, but it wasn't as many as I see these days. I go into schools where I see 70% to 75% of the students in their own worlds with their iPods, caring about other things that have no effect on really how their life is going to turn out. You know, we can say kids will be kids, but there's a big issue going on right now in the schools. And if you're a fellow teacher or educator, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a parent or just someone who's out there and are curious to see why things are going this way, I'd like some more input on that as well. The sad thing is that the kids, my main issue with the first video was talking about how the kids are growing up without the mentors and counselors that they need to succeed in our schools and to do well. My main concern is we only have one counselor for every 400, 500 students. And what we find these counselors doing, like I've mentioned in my other posts, is busy work, not getting that time to spend with those kids. We live in a nation where, in majority of the middle schools, kids that get straight Fs move on to 9th grade from 8th grade. I mean, if that isn't drawing a red flag up there into how we are not providing the proper support and doing what's right for our students, that should. We should not be passing our students who are getting straight Fs in middle school into 9th grade. And one of the huge, most important things that I see these days that are causing huge problems on our society is the way that there is no discipline in our educational systems. The way we punish these kids for bad behavior and for acting up, talking back to the teachers, is we suspend them, we expel them, we take them away from their learning environment, which puts them a step behind the rest of the students. And after they come back to school, they are behind on their work, behind on their study. They've just enjoyed some time off. One of the other things that we do is we put kids that are constantly getting in trouble, getting kicked out of schools, into alternative schools, where they go and hang out with students who are coming and getting kicked out from other schools, which I personally don't think isn't the right way to do these things. There are many issues that are filling our schools that we need to attack and try to fix. As a society, we need to come together and make these topics shown to our politicians, to our people in the educational system, the superintendents at the schools. We as parents, fathers, family members need to just take a step. I myself don't have any kids, and it scares me to even bring up a kid these days in the way life is turning out. I'm scared to raise a kid, and what I see with the schools right now, I don't want them to have to go through what's going on. It's just a shame that it's come to this. I really see this as an epidemic of what I see in the dropout rates, the non-motivation, the old style of learning that we are accustomed to for our students is not really cutting the cheese, as I would say. You know, it's not working the right way. The reason we have crime, the reason we have welfare, the reason we have poverty, if you really think about it, it's those individuals that do not have goals in schools, that aren't motivated, that don't really have any opportunities because they haven't created opportunities for themselves in the schools. They don't get good grades. They just live in the day, live in the now. They party. All they care about is having boyfriends, girlfriends, and the media, of course. That could be a whole other video that I'll try to put in here another time, which is really affecting our students. There just needs to be steps put intact to help our students and provide a better community for all of us. I guarantee we would save a lot of taxpayer money if we just started with our schools, started in the elementary schools, the middle schools, the high schools, with providing support, different ways for them to grasp their assignments, make it more fun for the students, and at the same time providing them the support they need as they're going through these tough times. We are paying billions and billions of dollars on these dropouts and these kids that aren't motivated to do well. Something needs to be changed. We need to do what's best for these children and for ourselves in this community. What we saw with this gunman is just one little aspect of what is going on. It was mentioned in one of the comments that there's hundreds of other people dying too in the Midwest or other countries, and as well as on the streets. That is true. Why do we have gang members? Why do we have criminals? Why do we have all these sick individuals out there who are just out causing crime and doing these bad things? If you really think about it, these people were not born that way. They were not born that way. They were conditioned to go into those situations. No one is born a criminal. Life situations take certain people in different roads, different paths, some not so good for themselves and for other people. We need to provide that support for these people who might be leading that way. It is our duty as citizens of this nation, of this world, to provide the moral support for all these people. Those of you out there who I've heard some interesting comments about, some stories about how you guys got picked on and you agree that it's just such a miserable life. You know, I don't have the answers in the world to say or to make you guys feel any better, but I am just, I really care about you guys and know that you guys are above all those things, greater than that, bigger than that. Try to do your best to not let those things keep you down for so long. I know it's not easy to do that. I have no idea how you guys feel, but you guys are special. You are unique individuals. You are important. People do care about you, and I just want you guys to think positively. Keep it up. It's all we can do right now with this world. So I hope you guys enjoyed this next video. I know it's a little bit longer than my first one. Send me some more comments. I'd like to hear what you guys think. I like to, if you guys checked out my website, www.321revolutionize.com. It's a little thing I put together with a couple of magic tricks. It's my DVD that I'm hoping to do presentations around the nation to students to kind of tell them about these things, get them young before they start getting into trouble. It's my way of grabbing their attention and giving them a hobby as a tool to help them think about their future at a very young age, which a lot of people, if we remember when we were young, we're not thinking too much. So anyways, thanks a lot for all your support, and I will put up another video real soon. Take care. Goodbye.